What's up, you guys? Mad Hatter here. Thanks for hanging out with me today. I'm gonna show you another magnetic palette using my singles collection. The sense of this is just like kind of if I could only live off one palette kind of thing, or if I could only pick these particular singles out of everything in my collection, like what could I live off of? That's kind of like the inspiration. Didn't want to be too redundant, but I mean, like this, I just kind of gravitate towards these. So this is more the cooler tone version, which it's always like berries and reds and greens and then like dusty tones. If you guys are interested in kind of taking a closer look at some swatches and how I put this together, just keep on watching. Start here with this lovely mint green. This is La Playa by ColourPop. Came out way before the monochromatic mint palette, but I still felt the need to have both, and I will say this one is a lot more, it's like a lower impact mint in comparison to the mints in that palette, and it's got a little bit of like a yellow champagne shift. This is Mermaid Boy, and I took this out of the Dream Street Kathleen Lights palette. It's a really pretty teal. And then this is Water Bearer. This comes out of the same palettes. These both were created by Kathleen Lights. You've seen this before in other palettes. It's so great for smoking out the eyes with a lot of these like cool jewel tones, which are just, this is like my go-to. I know I just did a bronze palette, but this definitely is like my go-to as far as colorful. Like this is neutral to me when I'm dipping into colors. A lot of these dusty tones. Next half of the first row are these really pretty like purples and peaches, and I just find them really fun together. This is Caitlin Rose. This one was in my butterfly palette that I did a couple months ago. Just a nice mid-tone lilac. You can really build it up to a deeper sheen. This is Soft Core from the ColourPop Ooh La La palette. It's a nice pink. It's very pigmented, but still somewhat dusty. Like desaturated is what I mean when I say dusty sometimes. And then this last one you've seen a lot. This is Mr. Sandman from ColourPop. You've seen that a bunch. It's one of my favorites. It's really what this palette is. It's just kind of like my favorites assembled in a manner in which you can hopefully be inspired to, you know, work with similar color palette. Okay, so next one, oh my gosh, I love this one. This is Going Steady. It's definitely, by ColourPop, this definitely fulfills like a lot of my plums, burgundies, purples, reds category on the deeper side. So getting this shadow was a great investment for me because there's a lot. Look at that. See how it swatches. Some of these deeper ones are just on the eyes. I would typically pat opposed to trying to like swipe them like this. Go ahead and just give it one more pass. This is more for kind of the color palette viewing pleasure, if you will. That was Going Steady. This next one is from MAC. It's called Blackberry. It's like a really pretty blackened plum. It's so nice. It can be really neutral with browns. It's definitely where like brown meets purple. Give it one more pass here. So pretty, even like very softly, just all over the lid. This is a really pretty, very lovely color. This is a metallic from ColourPop called 1111. It's a glittery peach. I just thought that it brought out some of the peaches that are sparkling in Mr. Sandman. Next, I'll go quickly. You guys have seen these before. This is Petal Pusher and Cupcake from Makeup Geek. Really pretty transition shades. And then this last one is Moony from the ColourPop Dream Street palette. Beautiful, like peachy vanilla satin. Okay. Last one. This is from the Mint palette of ColourPop. This is Ice Cold. Let's see, we'll just go like this. Next is Dragonfly from ColourPop. It's a really pretty, like metallic plum rusty color, very grungy and cool. You've seen this before, but it's definitely a go-to, or I had to include it in anything that would be called a My Colors palette or a Mad Hatter Colors palette. That's Boxer from ColourPop, nice bronze. This is Rockstar from Urban Decay. Even deeper True Purple. They're very similar, but I still had to include them both because I don't know. My collection, they just serve purposes is much more purple. This is a little bit bronze. Nice, these last two. This is Empress from ColourPop. And this last one is Feathered, a nice matte brown from ColourPop. Very rich and more like a true chocolate. Not too red, not too purple, in my opinion and on me. So that's the full palette. Which will be coming up in a few weeks, but for now this is kind of like my go-to palette when I'm not just smudging on a neutral and really want to dive into some colors. So this is really fun, and it's actually kind of like an extension palette, I guess, if you want to say that, to this other one, this mossy green, minty green 9-pan that I did. So I just had that on hand there so I could show you guys that they go really well together actually. So you can kind of see how I repeat myself a little bit when it comes to color stories, so color families. But yeah,
inspire you to play around and enjoy what you have, and I hope you guys are all having a good one. Thanks for hanging out with me, and we'll see you next time.